Welcome to iQuanta. This is a reading comprehension set from CAT 2020 slot 2. We are going to go through the passage and then we'll move to the question. In the last few minutes, we are also going to understand the explanation in Hindi as well. Let's begin. 174 incidents of piracy were reported to the International Maritime Bureau last year, with Somali pirates responsible for only 3. The rest range from the discreet theft of coils of rope in the Yellow Sea to the notoriously ferocious Nigerian gunmen attacking and hijacking oil tankers in the Gulf of Guinea, as well as armed robbery of Singapore and the Venezuelan coast and kidnapping in the Sundarban in the Bay of Bengal. So there were a total of 174 reported incidents of piracy, and out of which only 3 were done by Somalian pirates. The rest, it happened in different parts of world, from Gulf of Guinea to Singapore to Venezuela, and even in the Sundarbans in the Bay of Bengal. For Dr. Peter Lair, an expert on modern day piracy, the phenomenon's history should be a source of instruction rather than entertainment. Piracy past offering lessons for piracy present. So, Dr. Peter Lair, who is an expert on modern day piracy, he believes that we can learn a lot about present day piracy if we focus on past day piracy. And it should be a source of instruction rather than entertainment. What do we mean when we say a source of entertainment? We know that a bunch of movies have been made on the theme of pirates. Let's say Pirates of Caribbean, The Island, etc., etc. So if we actually focus on them as a source of instruction, we can do a lot better. But where does piracy begin or end? According to St. Augustine, a Corsair captain once told Alexander the Great that in the forceful acquisition of power and wealth at sea, the difference between an emperor and a pirate was simply one of scale. So, the question asks us, the passage it says, that where does it actually begin? So, St. Augustine he said to Alexander the Great that the difference between a pirate and an emperor was just of the scale. The emperors, we can infer that the emperors they operated on a larger scale than a regular pirate would do. By this logic, European empire builders were the most successful pirates of all time. So the European empire builders, the East India Company, which was actually Britain along with Portugal, they were actually the most successful pirates of the time if we go by the same logic. A more eclectic history might have included the conquistadors, Vasco da Gama, and the East India Company. So, if you would have just followed history from more diverse sources, we could have said that Vasco da Gama and East India Company were also pirates. Conquistadors, it means conquerors. Alright. So, this is what the author believes in. That if we could have just followed a diverse source of history, we could have said East India Company was also a pirate organization. But Lair sticks to the disorganized small fry, making comparisons with the renegades of today possible. But Lair he sticks to the regular pirates, which actually makes the comparison possible with today's pirate. Alright. The main motive for piracy has always been a combination of need and greed. Why toil away as a starving peasant in the 16th century when a successful pirate made up to £4,000 on each raid? Anyone could turn to freebooting if the rewards were worth the risk. Right, so he's asking us a question that why will anybody want to be a peasant, why will anybody want to be a farmer if a successful pirate can make up to £4,000 on each raid, whereas a peasant he actually has to struggle a lot and still cannot make that kind of money even after a honest day of work. Alright. Increased globalization has done more to encourage piracy than suppress it. So globalization has actually encouraged piracy and not decreased it. European colonialism weakened delicate balances of power, leading to an influx of opportunists on the high seas. So even colonialism led to an influx of pirates. A rise in global shipping has meant rich pickings for freebooters. So a rise in global shipping, like global shipping basically we getting a tanker of oil from let's say Iraq to India or Iran to India, or a ship full of electronic equipments from China to India. So this is what global shipping is, and that has meant that there are more opportunities for pirates now. Lair writes, It quickly becomes clear that in those parts of the world that have not profited from globalization and modernization, and where abject poverty and daily struggle for survival are still a reality, the root cause of piracy is still the same as they were a couple of 100 years ago. So he says the root cause has not changed. So it was poverty 200 years back, as well as poverty is the reason for piracy now. So poverty has been the root cause. Modern pirate prevention has failed. After the French yacht Legona was ransomed for $2 million in 2008, opportunists from all over Somalia flocked to the coast for a piece of action. So when this French boat, it was actually ransomed, it was hijacked and then ransomed for $2 million, a lot of people actually flocked to Somalia to get on the piece of action. A consistent rule, even today, is that there are never enough warships to patrol pirate infested water. So we cannot actually tackle the problem of pirate by just patrolling. We don't have enough navy or warships to do that. Such ships are costly and only solve the problem temporarily. So this is not a long-term solution. It only solves the problem temporarily. Somali piracy is bound to return as soon as the warships are withdrawn. So Somali piracy will return after the navy is withdrawn. Robot shipping, eliminating hostages, has been proposed as a possible solution. So there have been some proposals of solutions, that is like use robots. But as Lair points out, this will only make pirates switch their targets to smaller carriers unable to afford the technologies. Right. So bigger ships, they can actually afford the technology, but what will happen to the smaller ship? They won't be able to afford the technologies, and that will mean that pirates, they shift their attention to smaller carriers where technology is not there. His advice isn't new. Proposals to end illegal fishing are often advanced, but they are difficult to enforce. So we have had proposals to end illegal fishing, but it's very difficult to enforce it on the ground. Investment in local welfare put a halt to Malaysian piracy in the 1970s, but was dependent on money somehow filtering through a corrupt bureaucracy to the poor on the periphery. So we did try investing in a local welfare in Malaysia, but the problem there was the money only reached the intended beneficiary after it went through the bureaucracy and the government. So it trickled down to them. The money did not went to the beneficiary completely. Diplomatic initiatives against piracy are plagued by mutual distrust. The Russians execute pirates while the European Union and the United States are reluctant to capture them for the fear they'll claim asylum. So we do not have a ground for international cooperation as of now. The countries, they do not believe or trust each other. The Russians, they straight away execute the pirate, while the European Union and the United States, they do not even capture them in the first place. Alright, moving to the questions. Question 1. Why toil away as a starving peasant in the 16th century when a successful pirate made up to £4,000 on each raid? In this sentence, the author's tone can be best described as being. Right. So, the question asks us about the tone of the author in the sentence. To get to this, we'll first go through the options and eliminate them. We are going to use both part of the option. This is going to be a part X and this is going to be a part Y. Option A. Indignant at the scale of wealth successful pirates could amass in medieval time. Right, so indignant means being angry. Now to get to the point here, is he angry about how much money can a pirate make? No, he is more annoyed about how unfair is it to the farmers that they cannot make enough and they have to resort to piracy. So eliminate A. B says facetious about the hardship of peasant life in medieval England. Right, so facetious means being humorous. Is he cracking a joke on the peasant? Is he taking a dig on them? No, that's not the case. So eliminate B as well. C. Analytical to explain the contrast between peasant and pirate life in medieval England. Right, so analytical means he's analyzing the difference between peasant and pirate life. No, he's not doing that. So you can eliminate this. Moreover, the sentence here, right? Why toil away as a starving peasant in the 16th century when a successful pirate made up to £4,000 on each raid? The sentence is not literal. He is not actually recommending us to be a pirate. He is using irony over here. He's saying, why will anybody want to be a farmer? That person can make a lot more money by just being a pirate. So this is what he's trying to say through irony. So D says, ironic about the reason why so many took to piracy in medieval times, and this is our answer. So the sentence here, it was not literal. He did not recommend us to be a pirate. He was just making a point by using irony. So D becomes our answer. Question 2. We can deduce that the author believes that piracy can be best controlled in the long run. So how can we best control the piracy? We'll go back to the passage. I'll change the color of the pen here. So the root cause was poverty. So we want to eliminate poverty. A says, through lucrative welfare schemes to improve the lives of people in affected region. Now, A could have been our answer, but we were just given an example of Malaysia over here. Where in Malaysia, the money does not completely reach the beneficiary. So, this is not a proper way to eliminate piracy. So, this is why it is very important for us to go through all the options. If we do not do that, we could have just selected option A, and that would have resulted in a loss of 4 marks. We are going to see how there's an option which is better than A over here. B, through international cooperation in enforcing stringent deterrence. No, there's no international cooperation. We just understood Russians execute pirate, European Union and United States, they are reluctant. So diplomatic initiative against piracy are plagued by distrust. So B is not the way. C says, if we eliminate poverty and income disparities in the affected region. Yes, and C is our answer. The discrepancy between the amount of money earned by somebody in a very good region to somebody in Somalia, that's a big difference. There's a huge discrepancy, and we want to remove that from the equation, and then we can actually control piracy. That is why C is a better answer. D says, through the extensive deployment of technology to track ships and cargo. So this is extensive deployment of technology. Technology is not accessible to everyone. So we just understood this will only make pirates switch their targets to smaller carriers unable to afford the technologies. So D is also not our answer. Alright. Question 3. The author ascribes the rise in piracy today to all of the following factors except. So what is that one factor in the option which has not led to the increase in piracy? A says, decreased surveillance of the high seas. Right. So there was no where it was nowhere mentioned that decreased surveillance actually led to an increase in piracy. The passage says over here that we do not have enough warships to patrol pirate infested waters, but that does not mean that decreased surveillance has led to an increase in piracy. This is something that has not been mentioned in the passage. So this can be an answer. We'll park it here. We'll first go through all the other options, eliminate them, and then come back to it. B, the high rewards via ransom for successful piracy attempt. Yes, this was the case. Right, after the French boat, it was hijacked and ransomed for $2 million. Opportunists from all over Somalia flocked to coast for a piece of action. So $2 million actually led to an increase in piracy. So the high rewards is the reason attributed to a rise in piracy. So this is a factor, and that is why this cannot be an answer. C, colonialism, disruption of historic ties among countries. Again, European colonialism weakened delicate balance of power, leading to an influx of opportunists on the high seas. So this is also a check, and this cannot be an answer. D says, the growth in international shipping with globalization. Again, a rise in global shipping has meant rich pickings for freebooters. So there are more opportunities now. So this is also a check. This has also led to an increase in piracy, and this cannot be our answer. And A becomes our OA. Question 4. A more eclectic history might have included the conquistadors Vasco da Gama and East India Company. But Lair, he sticks to the disorganized small fry. From this statement, we can infer that the author believes that. So what does the author believe? The author, as we understood in the passage, He believes if you go by the same logic, we should have put European empire builders like East India Company in the same bracket as that of a pirate. A says Lair does not assign adequate blame to empire builders for their past deeds. Right? This is not the case. There was no blame assigned to Lair. He is actually appreciative of the fact, where was it? Yeah, that what Lair does, it actually makes comparisons with the renegades of today possible. So he's not assigning any blame to Dr. Lair. So this is not the answer. B, colonialism should be considered an organized form of piracy. Yes, he does believe that. So this is our answer. C, Vasco da Gama and East India Company laid the ground for modern piracy. The passage or the author never mentions that Vasco da Gama and East India Company, they laid the ground for modern piracy. That cannot be understood. Eliminate C. D, the disorganized piracy of today is no match for the organized piracy of the past. So there was no discussion on past day piracy versus present day piracy. So the efficacy of either of them is not mentioned. The efficiency of them is not mentioned. So we cannot say that the disorganized piracy of today is no match for the organized piracy of the past. This is cannot be understood. That gives B as our OA. Alright, I'll then take you through the entire explanation in Hindi as well now. Alright. Right, now let's understand all the questions in Hindi as well. Question 1. Why toil away as a starving peasant in the 16th century when a successful pirate made up to 4,000 pounds on each rate? And this sentence, the author's tone can be best described as being. इस सेंटेंस में ऑथर की टोन क्या है? ऑथर ये क्यों कह रहे कि कोई किसान क्यों बनना चाहेगा अगर पायरेट बन के वो 4,000 पाउंड तक कमा सकता है हर एक रेट के बाद? इसको एक एग्जांपल से समझते हैं हम. सपोज़ कोई इंजीनियर ये कहता है कि 4 साल पढ़ाई करने के बाद मुझे 25,000 की नौकरी मिली है, इससे अच्छा मैं चाय बेच लूँ. तो वो इसका मतलब ये नहीं कि इंजीनियर चाय बेचना चाहता है, वो बस ये बता रहा है, वो आपसे ये पूछ रहा है कि आप मुझे बताओ कि मैं क्यों ही इंजीनियर बनूँ. ठीक है. सिमिलरली आपसे ऑथर ये कह रहा है कि कोई बताओ, कोई एक रीज़न नहीं है हमारे पास कि कोई गरीब जो किसान और या फार्मर है वो क्यों ही मेहनत करेगा अगर वो बहुत ज़्यादा पैसे कमा सकता है चोर या लुटेरा बन के. तो वो व्यंग कर रहा है, वो ताना मार रहा है सोसाइटी और गवर्नमेंट के ऊपर. इसीलिए आंसर हियर इज आयरॉनिक, कि आयरनी यूज़ करके वो ये बता रहे कि इतने लोगों ने पायरेसी एक्चुअली की क्यों. इसीलिए सी आंसर नहीं है, बिकॉज सी में कहा जा रहा है कि वो डिफरेंस बता रहा है पेजेंट और पायरेट लाइफ के बीच में. वो सिर्फ ये बता रहे हैं कि एक पेजेंट जो है, ये किसान है, वो पायरेट बन के बहुत ज़्यादा पैसे कमा सकता है, ना कि दोनों के ज़िंदगी के बीच की डिफरेंस क्या थी. बी, फसेशियस अबाउट दी हार्डशिप ऑफ पेजेंट लाइफ इन मिडिएबल इंग्लैंड. फसेशियस का मतलब होता है मजाक उड़ाना, तो वो किसान की ज़िंदगी के ऊपर मजाक नहीं उड़ा रहे हैं, इसीलिए बी भी एलिमिनेट कर सकते हो आप. ए, इंडिग्नेंट एट द स्केल ऑफ वेल सक्सेसफुल पायरेट्स कुड अमास इन मिडिएबल टाइम. इंडिग्नेंट का मतलब होता है नाराज़ या गुस्सा होना. ठीक है. तो इस बात से नाराज़ नहीं है कि पायरेट्स इतने पैसे कमा सकते हैं, वो इस बात से नाराज़ है कि एक किसान इतने पैसे क्यों नहीं कमा सकता है. तो ए भी नहीं है, एंड वी कम टू डी एज एन आंसर. क्वेश्चन 2, वी कैन डिड्यूस दैट द ऑथर बिलीव्स दैट पायरेसी कैन बी बेस्ट कंट्रोल्ड इन द लॉन्ग रन. तो पायरेसी का सबसे अच्छा तरीका क्या है कंट्रोल करने का एज अ लॉन्ग टर्म सोल्यूशन? पायरेसी की सबसे बड़ी रीज़न क्या है? गरीबी और भुखमरी, राइट, पॉवर्टी. ऑप्शन सी कह रहा है इफ़ वी एलिमिनेट पॉवर्टी एंड इनकम डिस्पैरिटीज इन अफेक्टेड रीजन्स, राइट. सी हमारा आंसर है. डी, थ्रू द एक्सटेंसिव डिप्लॉयमेंट ऑफ टेक्नोलॉजी. अब जो टेक्नोलॉजी है वो सब अफोर्ड कर नहीं सकते हैं, जैसे कि हमने अभी पैसेज में समझा था, तो ये पायरेसी कंट्रोल नहीं कर रहा. बी, थ्रू इंटरनेशनल कोऑपरेशन इन एनफोर्सिंग स्ट्रिंजेंट डिटरेंट्स. अगेन हमने ये देखा था कि इंटरनेशनल कोऑपरेशन नहीं हो सकता है बिकॉज कंट्रीज एक दूसरे को ट्रस्ट नहीं करती है. ऑप्शन ए, थ्रू लुक्रेटिव वेलफेयर स्कीम्स टू इम्प्रूव द लाइफ्स ऑफ पीपल इन द अफेक्टेड रीजन्स. अब एक आप क्यों कर रहे हो? आप ए इसीलिए कर रहे हो कि आपको सी तक पहुंचना है. आप वेलफेयर स्कीम्स इसलिए लेके आ रहे हो कि आपको गरीबी हटानी है. इसलिए बिटवीन ए एंड सी, सी इज दी बेटर आंसर. ऑल्सो ए का एग्जाम्पल दिया गया था इन द केस ऑफ मलेशिया, जहाँ पे लोगों तक पैसे पहुँचते नहीं थे बिकॉज वो गवर्नमेंट और ब्यूरोक्रेसी के थ्रू जाता था। जैसे कि हमारे कंट्री में हो रहा है, अगर आप किसी एक किसान तक 1,000 रुपये पहुँचाना चाहते हो तो लोग जो है उनके बीच में वो पैसे वहाँ तक पहुँचते ही नहीं है पूरे। किसान को आखिर का 200 या 300 रुपये मिल रहा है। सो ए इज़ नॉट दी परफेक्ट वे। ए के थ्रू आप सी अचीव करना चाहते हो और सी डायरेक्टली आपको बता रहे हैं कि अगर आप ये हटा दो, पॉवर्टी गरीबी हटा दो, तो आप पायरेसी को कंट्रोल कर सकते हो। इसलिए सी हमारा आंसर है। क्वेश्चन 3, द ऑथर ascribes the rise in piracy today to all of the following factors except। तो ऐसा कौन सा फैक्टर है इन ऑप्शंस में जिसके कारण ऑथर ने ये नहीं कहा है कि पायरेसी इंक्रीज हुई है? ऑप्शन ए, डिक्रीज सर्वेलेंस ऑफ द हाई सीज। सो निगरानी जो हमने कम किया उसके कारण पायरेसी इंक्रीज हुई है। नहीं, ये मेंशन नहीं किया गया एज अ रीज़न। पैसेज में ये कहा जाता है आपको कि हमारे पास इतने शिप्स नहीं है कि हम निगरानी कर सकें हमेशा, और जैसे ही हम निगरानी करना बंद करेंगे पायरेसी रिटर्न होगी। लेकिन पैसेज में कभी ये नहीं कहा गया है कि निगरानी की कमी के कारण ही पायरेसी इंक्रीज हुई है। ऐसा पैसेज में कहीं मेंशन नहीं किया गया है। बी, द हाई रिवॉर्ड्स वाया रैंसम फॉर सक्सेसफुल पायरेसी अटेम्प्ट्स। ये मेंशन किया गया है जब कहता है कि जो फ्रेंच बोट था उसको रैंसम के बाद $2 मिलियन मिले, उसके बाद काफ़ी लोगों ने पायरेसी में इंटरेस्ट लिया। तो ये मेंशन किया गया है, ये एक फैक्टर है, इसीलिए आंसर नहीं है। सी, colonialism disruption of historic ties among countries। ये भी मेंशन किया गया, यूरोपियन colonialism weakened delicate balance of power leading to an influx of opportunists on the high sea। तो ये भी एक फैक्टर है जिसके कारण पायरेसी इंक्रीज हुई है, इसीलिए ये भी आंसर नहीं है हमारा। डी, द ग्रोथ इन इंटरनेशनल शिपिंग विद ग्लोबलाइजेशन। अगेन, a rise in global shipping has meant rich picking for freebooters। तो ये भी एक रीज़न है जिसके कारण पायरेसी इंक्रीज हुई है, इसलिए ये भी आंसर नहीं है एंड आंसर बिकम्स ए। क्वेश्चन 4, अ मोर इक्लेक्टिक हिस्ट्री माइट हैव इंक्लूडेड द कॉन्क्विस्टाडोर्स वास्को डा गामा एंड ईस्ट इंडिया कंपनी बट ले स्टिक्स टू द डिसऑर्गेनाइज स्मॉल फ्राई। फ्रॉम दिस स्टेटमेंट वी कैन इन्फर दैट द ऑथर बिलीव्स दैट। तो ऑथर की बिलीफ क्या है जब वो ये सेंटेंस कहते हैं? जब कैप्टन ने अलेक्जेंडर को ये कहा था कि एक राजा और एक समुद्री लुटेरे के बीच की अंतर सिर्फ स्केल या पैमाना है। एक राजा उसको बहुत बड़े पैमाने पे करता है, जो चोरी है बहुत अलग पैमाने पे करता है, ठीक है। और इसी कारण ऑथर ये कहते हैं कि उन्हें भी पायरेट्स कहना चाहिए। तो जो अंग्रेज थे जिन्होंने बाकी देशों पे राज किया था, उन्हें भी पायरेट कहना चाहिए। इसीलिए यहाँ पे आंसर बी है, कोलोनियलिज्म शुड बी कंसिडर्ड एन ऑर्गेनाइज फॉर्म ऑफ पायरेसी। ए गलत है क्योंकि ऑथर डॉक्टर लेयर की स्टडी से नाराज़ नहीं है। वो ये नहीं कहते कि उन्हें भी ये विश्वास रखना चाहिए था। तो लेयर डज नॉट असाइन एडिक्वेट ब्लेम, इट्स नॉट दी बिलीफ ऑफ ऑथर। ये ऑथर ने कभी नहीं कहा है कि लेयर को भी ये ब्लेम रखना चाहिए था, इसीलिए ये गलत है। सी, वास्को डा गामा एंड ईस्ट इंडिया कंपनी लेड ग्राउंड फॉर मॉडर्न पायरेसी। ऑथर ये मानते हैं कि वास्को डा गामा और ईस्ट इंडिया कंपनी को पायरेट्स कहना चाहिए, लेकिन उन्होंने कभी ये नहीं कहा है कि उनके कारण ही मॉडर्न पायरेसी का शुरुआत हुआ है। सो सी इज ऑल्सो इनकरेक्ट। डी, द डिसऑर्गेनाइज पायरेसी ऑफ टुडे इज नो मैच फॉर दी ऑर्गेनाइज पायरेसी ऑफ दी पास। सो पास की पायरेसी और आज की पायरेसी के बीच में कोई कंपैरिजन नहीं किया गया है। तो हम ये नहीं कह सकते कि पहले जो पायरेसी होती थी वो ज़्यादा अच्छी होती थी। इज नो मैच, बेसिकली वहाँ पे ज़्यादा होती थी कंपेयर टू आज की पायरेसी में, इसीलिए डी भी नहीं है और आंसर बी है। I think this brings us to the end of the video. If you have a doubt or a query, please put them in the comments below and we'll get back to all of them. Thank you so much for watching.